Well guys, it's November 16th. I'm officially home from Illinois, back in Maryland. We had a pretty good time out there, I guess, for the most part. There was some problems that we dealt with in the beginning of the trip with the boat and getting stuck on the river the first night, and then Nate's truck was giving him problems. Tailgate kept opening up by itself, and anyway, we continued to do that river stuff for a little bit and boat around, and then eventually we switched gears and headed 2.5 hours north. Kind of got some good opportunities up there, and I was able to get it done on a nice buck. He came in on me right at daylight, and I was with Otto. I watched him for like almost 40 minutes. And he bred her a couple times and scared off some other bucks. But back in Maryland, and we're gonna keep hunting the rut here and see what happens.
Oh my God.
Just had a freaking doe come by getting chased by multiple bucks. One of them was like pretty good. I had him at like 25 yards. But he ran out towards Nate. I don't know if he got a shot at him or what, but I seen the doe come back. But never seen that bigger buck unless it was a different doe. They went down over the hill from me. Keep watching here, maybe something bigger shows up. And make my way back up this ridge. It's pretty cold this morning, 40 degrees. Quiet, no wind. So hopefully we can see some bucks, get a good one to come in. I know if 120, 125, something comes in, and I'm shooting it. Feels like a beautiful morning though. Get up in here.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so I'm just going to explain to you real quick instead of typing a bunch of words on the screen for you guys to read. But at this point my camera is ready to die at any second. Like, it's blinking red. This encounter now has been close to 40, if not over 40 minutes. So there's a small buck that comes from my left. The big buck and the doe are right around, like, I don't know, 50 yards or something like that. That log that was originally previously in the video, that around 42 yards, that big buck ends up charging towards the small buck that you see coming to the screen right before my camera dies, and he steps over that log and he's right at like 42, 43 yards there, and that small buck takes off running, and he turns back to the doe and gives me a quarter-away shot, and that's when I hurry up, draw my bow, and shoot. So you're going to see that happen. My camera unfortunately ended up dying, but luckily I had the GoPro running, so you see that right now. His doe was bedded like right in there, and then he finally worked back down into 43 yards right there. I think is where I shot him. I want to show you guys a little bit more of my setup, so you can see how there's drainages in here. And I kind of got right at the tip of these drainages, and there's a big drainage that goes down through the bottom here, and you can kind of see how it all just rolls. And those beds I seen when I came up here this morning were right down in there. So I wanted to try and split the difference. That buck had come in early, or he bedded up right there. You got all this freaking hill country back here. You got all this big bottom back in here. Some of those deer were working right across, right in here. There's my tree. When I came up out of the drainage, I seen some beds right here. And as I was getting ready, I saw some eyes along that field. There's a bunch of CRP over here. I saw some eyes over there too. But they must have come right in here, right after I got set up. Or as I was getting set up, because I mean, I was going so slow, so quietly. But he finally worked right down into here. And I shot him. Once he hopped that log, he came into like 43 yards. There's a log right there. I shot him quartering away. I was like, dude, you ain't getting away this time. I had that other little buck come in and bed up right here the whole time, so I was trying not to get seen by him either. Dude, holy crap, what a grind it has been here in Illinois, man. I'm talking a freaking grind from like just dealing with freaking problems and warm weather, man. Oh my God. We came into a spot that we hunted our first time out here 2 years ago. And I came to a spot that I picked, cyber scouting, and I saw deer in here, and I just went back in here and you know, got set up on this ridge, but I kind of tried to even out the distance. And I must, you know, I snuck up my tree as quiet as I could because I could see deer out in front of me. But this freaking buck, this freaking buck came in, dude. I think his doe and him must have come in here right before freaking daylight when I was already up my tree. Because I never heard him come in. I just like, I hit a grunt call, and next thing you know, 2 bucks, including him, just showed up, and then a couple minutes later, his doe finally stood up, so they must have kind of already been in here. I got footage of him breeding her and everything, man, and just had another small buck finally come in and brought him a little closer to me. I shot him at like 43 yards. He broke his 1G2 on his left side, but man, if he had it, we were actually almost considering going home yesterday and then today, and then we decided let's stay another day. So it is what it is, man. Quarter away shot. He's a good buck, man. His freaking right side is huge. Hell yeah, I don't really got service. I gotta try and get a hold of Nate. Well guys, here he is, my Illinois 2024 public land buck. Killed him down here in this big drainage. Got far back in, hunted a spot that I cyber scouted 2 years ago, and I hunted it for the first time then and seen some bucks. And towards the tail end of our trip here, we decided to come back in and give it a try. And like I said, I got right above these drainages. And on my way in, I seen some beds, and it wasn't shortly after daylight I noticed this guy with a doe, and luckily for me, she brought him a little closer. Got to watch him breed and hiss and scare off 2 other bucks. But man, it's been a freaking grind, dude. Freaking grind. One problem after another in the beginning of the trip, and we almost went home last night, and we were gonna go home this afternoon. We decided to stay another day, and I'm glad we did. But 43 yards, quartering away. He ran like 50 yards and died. I just had another buck come by, probably about 125 inches down here in his bottom. Kind of walked off now, but I gotta go meet up with Nate or go get the backpack so I can pack him out of here. This drainage behind me is steep, it's big bottom. A lot of acorns in here too. They spent some time eating some acorns this morning. But yeah, man. Got in early and went back as far as I could. Freaking pump. Broke his G2 right here and his brow, but still a really good buck. Public land, Illinois. I'll take it. Just hunting these hardwoods and Getting above these drainages, man. Now hard work begins. So I just ran into a guy in the parking lot. He told me last week, I guess there was some pretty good bucks taken out of here. Like 130s, 140s. Show me a picture of a 198 that a dude killed in Missouri. Holy freaking heck, man, what a giant. Anyway, I got this frame heading in now. I was able to get some service and talk to Nate, and he's actually sitting at that same ridge where I was at, just in case something comes in where that hot doe was. We're gonna get the buck quartered up and pack him out and see what we're gonna do this evening. Calling for some rain, so see what happens then. Oh, finally got him tagged and packed up. We're heading out now. We're gonna go back to the truck and head to a different spot this evening. See if we can get Nate a buck. It ain't over yet, man. About a day and a half left. See if we can make something happen here. Whew.